welcome to Sisay Shrines. As far as our opening hand goes, yes, we will keep on this one. Yeah, that's perfect. We've got Chromatic Lantern. This is going to turn all of our lands into Mario All-Stars. We've got Lightning Greaves, Protection for Sisay, and we do have Demonic Tutor, and we do have two Sanctums. We have two Shrines in the hand, so yes, we will keep on this one. Let's go ahead and lead off with, I guess, just Badlands, and then anything else we will pass the turn over to our opponent. But yes, welcome to Sisay Enchantress Shrines. I hope you're excited today, and it's been a while since I've played this deck, so hopefully we can remember the lines of play and have some fun while doing it at the same time. So a little bit of a video recorder's note, editor's note. It's been a while since I played this one, so but I will pick it up as soon as we get the game flowing. So, and does our opponent have a land drop? Oh, there they go. Okay, good. Kind of scared me, opponent. We're playing. And sometimes some people just keep a no land or just pass it back. Like, oh, okay. Yes, I think at this point, I kind of like, well, let's see. We're making the land drop. So let's do this. Let's go Bayou. Let's go Lightning Greaves. I was thinking about Demonic Tutoring for Mana Crypt, but us having Chromatic Lantern, we might want to save that for one of our Enchantress pieces to really kind of get that going. But yeah, if we're playing Enchantress versus Enchantress, that'll be pretty fun. So anything else past the turn? We're playing Sisay, Weatherlight Captain. Sisay gets +1/+1 for each color among legendary permanents that you control. Then for a Wooburg activation, search your library for a legendary permanent card with converting mana cost less than Sisay's power. Put that card on the battlefield, then shuffle your library. We'll cover Siona in just a second. So there we go. All right, that's going to be Caryatid on the second main phase, and we'll cover Siona in just a second. So there we go. Ooh, Sanctum of All. All right, so we're having fun. Do we want to Sisay and Protect? Yes, I like that a lot. I'd love to go Chromatic Lantern, especially it's not us not having the land drop. But getting Sisay down and being able to go for these activations while having it protected is very, very important. So let's go and get the Lightning Greaves onto Sisay. And yeah, let's go and get him for 2. Why not? Every point of damage matters in a game like this. So let's go and swing across for 2. And then anything else, pass it back over. Play against Siona. Whenever Siona enters the battlefield, look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may reveal an aura card from among them, put them into your hand, put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Then whenever an aura you control becomes attached to a creature you control, create a 1/1 white human soldier creature token. It's been a very, very long time since I've played Siona, and that makes me want to play it again. It was a lot of fun playing that deck. I think, if you want to look it up, and also, if you're ever looking for a specific commander for my channel, always type in the commander name, then type in Jolt. Siona Jolt, type in, Maelstrom Wonder Jolt, whatever that is, whether I've played against the commander or I've built the commander, doing that's going to allow you to find gameplay of that commander. But yeah, if you want to check out Siona, I remember that deck being a lot of fun, so I need to revisit that, because surprisingly, there's a lot of auras, I think, that you can return to your hand, and so you can just start churning out these soldier tokens. Oh, it's just a ton of fun. All right, so let's go Savannah. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. Look at all these duels out there. Looking good. That's going to be Chromatic Lantern. And I think we just go Sanctum of Stonefangs. I kind of like this. Yeah, let's do that. All right, so we're going to say, and this also kind of keeps us open on leaving Demonic Tutor open for, something else. Typically, when you're playing Enchantress, you're going to have some sort of card draw engine, because that really powers out the value for you. But if we can just get a Shrine down and get Sisay swinging across, that sounds pretty good. We've got a 3/3 out there. Let's go and do it. Let's go into the red zone. Sisay's got her boots on, swinging it for 3, and then we will pass the turn. Let's give a quick shout out to our sponsors, TCG Player. If you go to bit.ly/JoltMTG, that's going to allow you to apply my affiliate link, and allow you to get some cards, and help support the channel at the same time. It costs you nothing, and it helps me make content like this. So hey, if you do use the link, thank you very much. If you consider using it, hey, thank you very much. Also, let's give a quick shout out to MTGOTraders. If you want to play Commander online, MTGOTraders has you covered. We got all the cards you can choose from. Let's give a quick shout out to Ink Gaming. Go to inkgaming.com/Jolt. This is going to give you 10% off of your purchase. So if you're looking for a playmat or sleeves or any sort of gaming accessory, well, no propane accessories over there, but gaming accessories. And last but not least, I started a Patreon, so if you'd like to directly support cool content like this, there's a link down in the description below. But if you're keeping score at home, Thrashing Bronodon, it is officially free time. So let's see what this dinosaur is going to smash with this big foot. Probably going to target... The cool thing is we've got Sanctum for All. That's where they goofed up. They used the dinosaur stomp on the wrong Sanctum. Yeah, I think we just go Sanctum of All. We got the mana for it next turn. This is beautiful. We'll take it. Ooh, and then Vampiric Tutor. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go Sanctum of All. Actually, let's tap down in Wooburg order. That way we don't goof it up. So white, blue. I can tell how many times I've try to cast a multicolor spell, and then sometimes we just goof it up. So there we go. All right. We got Sanctum of All entering the battlefield. That's going to make Sisay at 3/3 again. And look at this. This is the stuff Magic Dreams are made of. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may search your library and graveyard for a shrine card, put it on the battlefield, shuffle it if you search your library. If an ability of a shrine triggers while you control 6 or more, it triggers an additional time. So we've got our Tutor Soul. Oh, look at Sisay. 7/7 out there. Let's go and swing across for a 7/7, and then anything else will pass the turn. So we have this Sanctum trigger during our upkeep. So we'll figure out what shrine we want to grab. There's a lot of shrines out there. So if you don't know, shrines came out during, I think, Kamigawa. And then with the release of M21, they made more shrines. And so it kind of made this Sanctum deck kind of work. And with Sisay, the reason Sisay is the captain is because we get to, or the commander of the deck, is because you can search up stuff to put on the battlefield immediately. Makes a huge difference. So if our opponent's just going not mono green, but Selesnya beat down, I think we're in store for a really fun game. So we'll see if we want to end up cracking Vampiric Tutor during our upkeep. We already have the Tutor from Sanctum. Pretty much the only thing that we might want to see is we could probably grab something like Sphere of Safety. Sphere of Safety would be a good option. We also do have Urza's Ruinous Blast. So that's another thing that we can, having a one-sided board wipe is a wonderful thing in Commander. So if that's all they're going for, I think we'll see what this Sanctum trigger is going to grab, but I think we're in a pretty good spot to get some stuff moving. So let's go for the Sanctum trigger. Let's get this popped out. And I'm going to take a quick little, we're going to search our library. Let's get this popped out. There we go. Let's see what shrine we want to put down. I think we're going to go Hoden of Seeing Winds. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card for each shrine that you grow. So we're going to get that on the battlefield. Unfortunately, we're going to miss it during our upkeep. But I like having it. And while we're in our upkeep, let's go Vampiric Tutor. Really want to grab an Enchantress piece. I think that'll work out. And actually, let's just go Sterling Grove. I like that. Yeah, let's do that. So we're going to go Sterling Grove. That's going to be white and then tap down green into the battlefield. So we're going to give everything. Oh, this is beautiful. All right, so let's go and swing in with a 7/7. Because that is 19 commander damage if they don't block. So there we go. Swinging it with the 7/7. Let's see if they end up going for it. All right, not going to go for the block, and then knock them down to 11, and it's going to be 19 total commander damage. So now if we do end up getting the game on commander damage, that is a little bit of a bummer. But you can see simply just getting Sanctum of All out, once we go for Hoden, and once we get these different shrines on the battlefield, we get that additional trigger. That's when the game really takes off. Now, if you're thinking about building a shrine deck, you definitely want to have your assets protected on the battlefield. That's going to be Sterling Grove. That's going to be Teferi's Protection. That's going to be Heroic Intervention. If you're not running those in a Sanctum deck, because one of the downsides is that you're so contingent on winning on having multiple things on the battlefield that need to stay on the battlefield. Like we need Sanctum to stay, we need to get that protection going. And so if you're going to build an Enchantress deck, it's really, really want to invest in some sort of board state protection, because if you don't, it's going to be hard to get any sort of momentum going. So there we go. All right, opponent's going to go for the Knight token. That's going to be a 5/4. They can still end up blocking with the Knight token on the back end, so we'll see if they decide to swing in with Call to the Hunt out there. And with Sanctum of Stonefangs, yeah, we might end up grabbing that out of the graveyard, because that's going to be getting your pre-combat main phase. Because that'll be 3 shrine. Yeah, I think we'll probably end up grabbing Sanctum out of the graveyard. I kind of like going for that. So we'll see what else they're tapping down for. But if we end up going Sanctum, that's going to give us 3 damage. It's going to put them down to 10. That's really going to get the clock going on our opponents. So that's going to be 5/4, 3/3, 4/4. Let's see how they decide to swing in on this one. All right, they're going to hold. They're going to hold back on Captain Sisay. They've had enough. And so, yeah, let's go for the upkeep trigger, Sanctum. And we'll go for the Hoden and then Sanctum of All. Let's go and search. Yes, definitely use that ability. We're going to put Sanctum on the battlefield. We're going to draw 3 cards. Oh, look at that. Ooh, and then we run into Scape Shift. with the ooh. All right, so this is the lock basically with Sterling Grove out there. I like that. All right, so let's go. That's going to be X. We're going to drop them down. Let's make the land drop for the turn. Let's go privileged position. Yeah, I like this a lot. All right, because with this on the battlefield, now there's no way that they can get rid of our stuff. All right, beautiful. Anything else? Yeah, I think we're simply just going to go ahead and pass the turn. I mean, we are looking at a pretty good chunk of damage next turn. That's going to be 9, 12, potentially 13, but we're sitting at 31. We don't. I mean, I guess we could force some sort of blocks with Captain Sisay, but yeah, we'll just leave it back, and then we'll just be on the Sanctum game plan. Yeah, because we swing in, that's going to force Sisay block. If they don't, then we can block on their 5/4 out there. That's going to have flying. Yeah, I guess we just force the issue. So yeah, let's just go and swing in with Captain Sisay because we're at 31. We can take a hit next turn, and we'll see if they're going to block. If they don't, then that'll be command. There we go. All right, we're going to see Daybreak block on Sisay. And like I said, if something does end up happening to Sisay, then we can always recast it. It's only 3 total mana. Okay, so we will make this trade, and we're going to be able to clean across the board. So we will take a 2-for-1 on this one. One of the main things with Captain Sisay is, when you be able to tutor for your shrines, but once you hit Sanctum, you're pretty much good to go. You're going to be able to skip that Wooburg activation, and then anything else past the turn to our opponent. So now with us having Scape Shift in the deck, I don't have my lands pulled up on this deck, but I'm pretty sure, since we do have so many lands in here, that we do have the Prismatic Omen Valakut line of play, and then we also have Field of the Dead set up, because this is 5 colors. So, if you're wondering why Scape Shift is in here, it allows us to go for, it's nice to get the shrines going. If we can make the shrines work, if we can get these upkeep triggers, it's a ton of fun. But if we can't make it work, since the main game plan is to get as much mana on the battlefield as quickly as possible, using Scape Shift is a way to kind of get, you can even throw a couple different packages together, like Valakut Zombies, where you grab Valakut, you grab Field of the Dead, drop those in there, end up with an instant board state. I mean, it's just, there's a lot of different ways you can take like a shrine deck like this where you're not so focused on the shrines, but it's still a huge part of your gameplay. But also, if you want to know why we have the lock right now, basically what happens is with Sterling Grove, other enchantments you control have Shroud, so they can't be the target of anything. Now we have privileged position on the battlefield. Other permanents you control have Hexproof. So when these two are on the battlefield, they're like giving each other a protection high five that nobody can stop, and which is a very nice thing. So let's go and crack Polluted Delta, and we'll grab ourselves just any land at this point. Probably grab another dual, Volcanic Island, why not? There we go. Have that come into play. And yeah, but we're going to leave this protection up because we want to get these shrines going. So let's get Secret going first. Let's go Sanctum of All. We're going to search our library for a shrine, and we'll see if we can't find a pre-combat shrine or something that we can utilize at the end of the turn. So yes, definitely use that ability. Search library, yes. Okay, I always get worried I'm going to click on the wrong thing. Let's get this popped out. And let's go Sanctum of Calm Waters. Yeah, I kind of like that. So we're going to grab Sanctum of Calm Waters. And we're going to draw a card for each shrine that we control. Oh, look at this. We're at 1, 2, 3, 4. We're at 4 shrines. Oh, yeah. Oh. This is beautiful. And then, okay. All right, so that's our Sanctum trigger, and that's going to be Sanctum of Calm Waters. Oh, my goodness, this is... And we haven't hit a land yet. Yes, we'll use that ability. Draw some cards, discard a card. We'll get rid of Marsh. Yeah, I think we'll hold on to Taiga Bucket. Get rid of Marsh Flats. It's going to be X Life Loss with Sanctum of Stone Fangs. And then, oh yeah, this is it. This is the stuff beauty is made out of. So let's make the land drop for the turn. Let's go for Hodin of Night's Reach. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and that still gives us a 3. Yes, that's perfect. We can get the correct amount down. They're going to discard a card. Do we end up going... Actually, we'll go Cleansing. I kind of like that. Let's go Cleansing. Yeah, and at this point, we're on the set it and forget it game plan. We're just going to get down all of our shrines, and then anything else we will pass the turn. So we will discard... We want to make the lane drop. We'll get rid of Dryad at this point. We'll get rid of... I think what we'll do is we'll discard Ristic Study. There we go. All right, we're in a good spot to go. We will pass the turn. So let's get a shrine count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, yeah, we got 6 shrines. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got 6 shrines. So with 6 shrines, if an ability of a shrine you control triggers while you control 6 or more shrines, it's going to trigger an additional time. So with Hoden, that's going to be X. They're going to lose 6. That's going to be double 6 trigger. Ah, yeah, there we go. This is beauty. I like it. All it took was Siona. Playing against Siona. But yeah, you know, that's one of the things about playing shrines is that, you know, the cards in here are good, but it is so hard sometimes to get Shrine going into a reasonable board state. And we got off to a pretty quick start. You know, it is turn 8, but if we can get to turn 8 with this sort of board state, we'll certainly take it. And that was a Hydra's Growth off of the reveal. Okay. So we'll get that closed out. Even if they go Hydra's Growth, we're looking at somebody swinging in. We're going to have the shrines coming down next turn, so we're going to get spots. So we'll simply just pass the turn or yield and let them go from there. But yeah, this is pretty much what you want to see with Sisay. You know, we didn't even have to go for those activations of searching our library for a legendary card. It's a good feeling right there. So there we go. All right, this is going to be 1/1 token off of Siona, and let's see how they decide to swing in. Okay, so that's 12 coming across. That's going to drop us down to 26. And then, yeah, oh, excuse me, 22. And then anything else? No. Let's get these triggers going during our upkeep. Love it. Beautiful. I don't know if I've ever had these Sanctum triggers happen like this. I love it. Let's get that trigger, Doom. Sanctum of All. All right, so let's click OK on Sanctum of All. And, yeah, even if we're worried about Teferi's Protection, we got 2 mana out there. So let's get the Sanctum trigger. Let's grab ourselves another shrine on the battlefield. Yes, we will definitely use that ability. We'll get Sanctum of Shattered Heights on the battlefield. That's going to gain 2 life. See how much life we gain. We're sitting at 22. So that's going to be pretty nice. It's going to be 7. Should be 14. So that should put us back up to 36. Oh, puts us back up to 50. Look at this. This is beautiful. Oh my goodness, this is the stuff Magic Dreams are made out of. There we go. Let's go to our main phase. Let's get this trigger on the stack. We don't want to deck ourselves. Not that we're in trouble of that anytime soon, but yeah, you can see where simply, like, look at this Soul Tie stack. We're going to drain them with the first Stonefangs trigger, but, you know, let's say we weren't in, you know, range of going for the Stonefangs trigger. X is where we get to add all this mana to our mana phase with Sanctum of Fruitful Harvest. Then we're going to get a ton of card draw. And even if we didn't have the Sanctum, you know, closing it out, simply getting to the point where you get double Sanctum Fruitful Harvest, double Sanctum Calm Waters. Look at the stuff in our hand. We're going to be able to go Soul Ring. We've got Spear of Safety. I mean, then we got stuff like Satyr Enchanter, so whenever we start casting these enchantment spells, we're still going to get that card draw. We're going to be able to end up going for Valakut. If we need to tutor for another win condition, we can do that, whatever that may be. This was a really good showing of Sisay Shrines. You know, we did play against a little bit more of a budget version of Siona, but hey, I'll be honest, playing 5-color Shrines, it's kind of hard to get a good board state going. So if we can actually get Sanctum of All triggered and get the double triggers, hey, that's a win in our book. I will take it. So anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hey, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.